Well, if we're going to be out of eight-man high school football, well, we're doing the national anthem. So let's hold on.
All right, guys, if we can have a quick moment of prayer. Dear Lord, thanks for this day. Thanks for this glorious November sunny Panama City day. Thank you for the fans, the players, these teams. Please let them go out and play their hardest, nobody get hurt, and just glorify you with every play. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Hang on, give me a second before you go live. Okay. Well, if we're going to be out of eight-man high school football for quite a while, why not go out in style? 8 games in 3 days. That's how you do it right there. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament here in Panama City Beach, Florida. Welcome into the press box, or press stands, I guess is how you would say it. James Shannon, Brendan Daniel. I got your last name right on that one.
Got my name, that's wrong.
I know. A little bit of early football for you, but it's all spread out throughout the day. Of course, here at 10 o'clock, we've got Southern Prep Academy coming in at 7-3 on the season versus the Tennessee Heat coming in at 2-10. And then later on during the day, 1 o'clock, you have a game between Grace Baptist and, Freedom and Ezekiel. 4 o'clock is Grace Baptist and Evangel Christian. 7 o'clock, you're going to have Westminster Christian out of Louisiana and the Evangel Christian School Blue Lightning. But enough about those games. Let's focus on this one. Brendan, we've covered these teams multiple times today. Heat roster looking a little bit smaller than normal between injuries, guys not making the trip. But across the board, you look down on the field, and you still have guys like Aiden Luchtefeld, Luke Matthews, DeAndre Martinez, guys who can make plays across the board for Coach Ryan Scott.
Absolutely, and it's going to be up to them to do it. But also, the Tennessee Heat have been very wishy-washy in the second half. So maybe they can figure it out and keep that truck rolling in the second half.
Now, the last game they played, of course, we covered. They did take a loss to the Freedom Cowboys, but that was a valiant effort, especially for 3 quarters. They hung right in there with the Cowboys. For Southern Prep, they come in, we mentioned, at 7-3. Of course, losing 2 of their last 3, 1 to Ezekiel Academy, 1 to Evangel Christian. But they roll into the season with tied for the most wins in school history. And so Coach Roland Bell, he's brought some guys down. Some guys didn't make the trip. Ernest Moore is one of the guys who won't be in the game today, but he does have enough leaders. What are they going to have to do and bring to the field against the Heat in this matchup that we actually got robbed of last year? These two teams have never played before.
Man, look, sometimes when you hear that you can make history, that's the only motivation you need. Trust me, I'm one of those players that have been in the history books. You want to win this game. And for Southern Prep, just do all you can to win. You guys haven't had any problems against opponents like this. It's mainly the opponents in Division I you have problems against.
There's nothing like making history, and there's nothing like the NHSA National Tournament here in Panama City Beach. We'll be right back. We're going to get the coin toss and then kick off here on 8-Man Extreme. As you can see, the kickoff there, but returned by number 12, Dawson Brantley, sophomore. And Southern Prep will go on offense. Of course, you've got the senior quarterback out there, Owen Wolf. I'm sorry, junior quarterback, number 11. We mentioned pregame that Ernest Moore did not make the trip. First and 10. Wolf takes the snap, looks left, has to tuck it, he's down! Aiden Luchtefeld drops him like a bad habit on the first play of the game. That man does not miss. It'll drop the Fighting Rangers back about 3 yards. Wolf in the shotgun, flanked on either side. Takes the snap. Gives a 12 down to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a third down.
Gain of 1.
And correction, number 12 is Devontae Owens. Spence, I need your iPad for the rosters. This Southern. Wolf takes the snap, looks, fires deep on the right side. He's looking for Hinderleiter. And it's incomplete, just sailed over the head. It'll bring up a fourth down for the Fighting Rangers. They go 3. Well, we'll see if it's 3 and out. We'll see what Coach Roland Bell decides to do. And we're going to get a timeout here.
Timeout on the field, Southern Prep.
For Southern Prep. So 10:51 remaining in the first quarter. Very early in the game, Southern Prep burns a timeout after going 3, and we'll see if it's out or we'll see if it's 3 and go for it on 4th. Is in the shotgun by himself, 2 by 2, takes the snap, pressure, throws the screen, he's got it complete to the 35, to the 30, taken down by Brantley. Ball carried by Brantley, taken down around the 30-yard line, but it's not enough for the first down. There is a flag. I went to see what the call was. The screen pass. It could be an eligible receiver downfield. That does happen on screen passes, rather. Southern Prep waiting to get the ruling. Flag has been waved off, and they will give Southern Prep a redo on the down. Brennan, I've never seen this. They threw the flag. They did not get the first down. Oh, they're going to give them the first down. They're going to say that Devontae Owens, got the first down. So Owens got the opening kickoff. Got a pass earlier in the game. Correct. Apologize for that. We got a incorrect roster at first. We have since corrected it. First and 10, Wolf in the shotgun by himself, 2-by-2 formation. Takes the snap, looks, fires deep left. Ball was tipped at the line, incomplete. And Peebles just couldn't get back to it. They'll bring up a second down. Like I said, pass tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good job for the Heat defensive line getting their hands up. Brendan, that's something that you learn early on when you play defensive line. Especially your sideline, your defensive backs, they're going to call out pass. That way you can get your hands up and try to tip that pass, especially if it has a low trajectory.
Absolutely, but you also want to kind of watch the quarterback and look at his eyes so you know when he gets a little big and that arm's kind of adjusting where it's about to make that movement, form motion, that's when you want to put your hand up.
Southern Prep in the pistol formation. Owens in motion. Give is to Peebles. Peebles to the left side. He's got space. He's looking to get the corner. He's in. Touchdown, Southern Prep. Gets the pylon. Chase was put on by Hatfield, Keandre Hatfield. And he got it. Peebles able to punch it in. And they're going to go for the extra point. They're trying to get the K-ball in. It's the kicking ball. I've listened to a little bit of Pat McAfee.
Well, if you don't know what the K-ball
Now they're
means.
walking it back. Oh, they're going to be kicking all extra points and field goals. I didn't realize. I heard this earlier before these games started. They're going to be kicking all field goals and extra points towards the left side of the field. I believe that is the north end of the field. And they did do this last year as well. You could see in the shot off to the right, to the south end of the field, houses and you know, there's no net back there, so any ball kicked is a goner. So they're going to kick it out to the north end, out towards the sand pile, and looks like a cell tower. So you're going to have Weaver attempt the extra point.
Number 41, Gabe Weaver.
Always love extra points and field goals. Love to call them. Snap, set, kick is short. Looks like it was tipped as well. Heat defensive line doing a great job getting their hands up on those plays. So 10:21 remaining in the first quarter. It's Southern Prep 6, Tennessee Heat nothing. Of course, this is the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. Of course, there's multiple games this week, but the name of the brand, Extreme Game of the Week. Oval will kick it away. Man, I hope I'm saying his name correct. We'll kick it away back deep to return. Looks like it's Aldrich, but it's going to be a short kick and out of bounds. So Timothy Aldrich, freshman, was back deep for the return, but a short kick for Southern Prep, trying to hop on the ball and get the ball right back after a quick touchdown. Only a minute and let's do some homeschool math. 1:39 into the game. So Heat will go on offense.
Legal procedure against the kicking team. 5-yard penalty will be assessed from the end of the kick.
Heat will go on offense. Ball will be spotted at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. You're going to have Luke Matthews at quarterback in the shotgun. He is flanked by Sutton, Wyatt Sutton, the 8th grader. Heat, very young roster for the game. Matthews takes the snap, gives to Sutton. He is swallowed up. Stephen Hauer, the sophomore. I mean, I saw the young man in the dining hall earlier eating breakfast, but he must have gotten hungry again because he absolutely devoured him before he could even, as soon as he got the football, Brendan.
Absolutely, and it was a perfect tackle by a perfect defensive lineman, just able to come in, wrap him up, and just fall on down there, buddy. Good tackle.
So now 2nd and 15 for the Tennessee Heat. They break the huddle. They're going to stick with this 2-by-1 formation, 1-by-2, however you phrase it. Matthews in the shotgun, flanked on his right, and they got the entire Southern Prep defensive line.
That's what you got to watch for the football and not try to listen for that
For the
clock.
snap, encroachment, defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
That hard count, if you can get that hard count and get it down to a science, good night in the morning. It's almost another weapon for your team because it's 5 yards just like that. Matthews in the shotgun takes the snap. Man in motion is Hatfield. Hand off to Luchtefeld. Luchtefeld looking for the right-hand side. He's got the corner. We do have a flag. Luchtefeld will go into the end zone. Owens lost his helmet. And the flag is back at the 41, and it'll come back. You hate that for the young man. Luchtefeld giving it his all, getting the corner, getting into the end zone. Luchtefeld, who's just been an absolute stud ever since his 8th grade season, playing on varsity with the Heat, and a junior this year, looking for his finale next year, but trying to wrap up a tough Heat season.
Personal foul, face mask, offense. That's a 15-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
That explains the helmet coming off for Owens. And now the ball is moved all the way back to the 44-yard line. Brendan, something happened with these yard lines. If you look at the 45, there are 2 of them. Maybe the 45 and the 45 and a half. I don't know. Maybe they painted the field metric first. Heat break the huddle on the right hash. Now they'll go 3-by-1. Matthews in the shotgun by himself. So now Matthews moving Lucky back, reminiscent of Brady telling Gronk to get set, and now delay of game flag.
For the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, play 2nd down.
Ball will be moved back to the 38-yard line. So now it is 2nd and 25, maybe closer to 28. Quarter of the field, as my producer says in my ear. Spencer Tomset producing this game. Matthews takes the snap, fires, quick throw to Martinez. Martinez to the 49. Perfect timing on the slant route, Brandon.
Absolutely. Martinez is also a star player that we mentioned that they're going to need a lot out of him, mainly because he's the star wide receiver for this team besides Luchtefeld when he switches to wide out.
Heat getting the play call. Matthews in the shotgun, flanked on his left by Luchtefeld. Oh, a little bit of movement. They almost got him. Matthews pitch to Luchtefeld to the left-hand side. Luchtefeld down to the 43. There is a flag down on the far side of the field from our setup. Let's wait to see what the flag is. It's going to be on the Heat.
Illegal shift, 2 men moving at the snap. Penalty is declined, 4th down.
So 4th and 10. It was a tough situation for the Heat. They had a 2nd and 27 or 3rd and 27. They've now brought it back to a 4th and 10. And the Heat will take a timeout, and that'll give us a chance to final that make this game possible. It's the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and Fairlife Core Power Protein. Work hard, recover harder. Fourth and 11. Matthews in the shotgun. Flanked on his right side by Sutton, looks like. Luchtefeld in motion. Matthews takes the snap, looks, fires across the middle. He's got Luchtefeld down to the 26, the 27, and it's going to be a Heat first down. What a throw. That young man put it on a rope, and Luchtefeld hauls it in. Heat convert on 4th and 10. What a throw from Matthews under pressure, 3-step drop, and ball was on the money. You could have taped a dime to Luchtefeld's jersey and the ball would have hit the dime. Perfect throw. Matthews in the shotgun. Ball spotted at they did spot it at the 26, 1st and 10. Man in motion. Matthews takes the snap, give to Sutton. Now Sutton will get up to the 20, and it'll make it a 2nd down and about 4. Sutton not able to, early on in the game, got a carry, got stuffed. That one he's actually able to get some yardage. And Sutton slow to get up after that huge run. They're going to take a look at him. We're going to step aside. Go. 2nd down and 5. They've got Sutton on the sideline. Matthews in the shotgun, flanked by Luchtefeld. Takes the snap. Quick throw over to Martinez. Martinez is going to get dropped at the 20. There are flags down, and it looks like a face mask. Martinez didn't get the ball and take off, but again, face mask on the play.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run results in a first down.
Face mask call on the Spartans.
Hey, make sure he knows that's
First and goal.
it is the Southern Prep Fighting Rangers, Southern Prep Academy, and the Tennessee Heat here in the first game of the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. Matthews will take the snap, looks right, fires, and intended for Martinez. The timing was off on the comeback. Sorry, intended for Hatfield, rather.
Intended receiver number 84.
And it is incomplete. First and goal for the Heat. Correction, it should be second and goal for the Heat. .6:16 remaining here in the game. Southern Prep leads the Tennessee Heat 6-0. Matthews, man in motion, got a little jump and they got him.
Flag on the field.
They got the big nose guard Deigel. Oh no, they're going to call it on the Heat.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, replay second down.
Yeah, I believe 84 moved sooner than he was supposed to.
It'd be like that sometimes. I do what I call it. I call a different style. Matthews takes the snap, bootleg right, looks, sets, fires, got his man in the end zone. Touchdown Martinez. Luke Matthews on the bootleg, stopped, loaded up like a coiled spring, and absolutely zipped the ball to Martinez. Great catch by Martinez.
And a beautiful pass by Luke as well. Just able to run on a dime and just pass it beautifully. And great catch by Martinez and way to keep those feet inbound.
Now Luchtefeld will attempt an extra point. Both these teams kick extra points. Solid kickers for both.
Luchtefeld, another solid player we have around the 8-man league as well.
Luchtefeld, snap, set, kick, blocked.
Extra point, no good.
A lot of defenders coming in, not able to block the defenders, and they're able to put pressure on Luchtefeld. But we've got a tie game, 6:07 to go in the first. It's Southern Prep Fighting Rangers 6, Tennessee Heat 6. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament semifinals. Luchtefeld set to kick it away, back deep for Southern Prep Owens. It's going to be a chip shot down to the 38. Returned by Kilpatrick down to the 41.
Caught by number 3, Nico Calloway.
That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for Southern Prep. It seems, Brennan, like a hot minute since we've seen Southern Prep on offense. That was a long drive for the Heat.
Absolutely. A couple penalties as well on the Southern Prep side as is the reason for that. But now we get to see this high-power offense go in motion.
Well, I mentioned it pregame. We got robbed of this matchup last season. The Tennessee Heat lost to Evangel Christian in the first round. There were only 4 teams: Southern Prep, Tennessee Heat, Evangel Christian, Ezekiel. Southern Prep lost to Ezekiel. Tennessee Heat lost to Evangel Christian. We're going to have an officials timeout. Trying to sort. Looks like they're sorting maybe the chains. And the official calling a timeout. So last year we got, like I said, Evangel Christian beat Tennessee Heat. Ezekiel Academy beat Southern Prep. They were all set to match up on Monday. And on Sunday night, word got back to the Southern Prep team that someone back at the school, and I'm trying to get the story correct. It's been a year. I've slept since then. There was a positive COVID exposure or test. Some of the team had been exposed, and so they had to go back to the school on Sunday. And so the Tennessee Heat left without an opponent to play on Monday. I was really looking forward to that matchup last year personally, but we get it here to kick off this tournament. So many great games in this tournament coming up, Brennan. Of course, this one here at 1 o'clock, Freedom Cowboys, Ezekiel Academy, I don't know. Ezekiel Academy, got that matchup earlier on in the year. Lower scoring game, but still a solid win for Freedom. 4 o'clock, Grace Baptist, Evangel Christian. We got that matchup earlier in the year. Barn burner game. And then at 7 o'clock, fresh matchup, Westminster Christian out of Lafayette, however you want to say it, Louisiana, taking on the Evangel Christian School Blue Lightning. It's technically a B team, calling it the Blue Lightning. B team is just, it's a dumb term, but so they're calling it the Blue Lightning. I think it's genius.
Absolutely.
But so many great games coming up today. I mean, you literally have 12 hours of football in front of you that you could watch.
Absolutely. I mean, and all these games seem like they're going to be great ones. I'm surprised at this Tennessee Heat Southern Prep with a lot of key players missing, like Hiron Washington and a few others. But these guys are keeping it in. Defense is doing a great job so far. Hopefully, Tennessee Heat can keep this momentum going in the second half as well.
Okay. I thought, well, Whitehouse still not out there. And it looks like the timeout is wrapping up. We are still waiting on the white hat to make it back onto the field. He did come under the stadium to the locker room. Could have been an issue. Here he comes. Official coming back out. So like I said, 12 hours of football that you could watch today. And it's just so many great matchups, and then you get to do it all over again on Monday. And in the middle, you get a special live edition. It's always live. It's a
Special live.
yeah, it's like a live show. It's like a show with audience. I don't know what's the term for that. Live studio audience, and it's an official. It's a show with a live studio audience. Thank you very much. We'll bring on the two coaches that are going to play in the national championship on Monday. They'll bring a player. We'll interview them. We'll break down this tournament, and we'll talk about a game that's coming up next Saturday that we're also going to be covering. We're going to technically close out the season with that game, and then of course we have the Gatlinburg All-American game in December. Several players being invited to that recently, so. And I'm not sure what the holdup is. I'm trying to sort some things out. Looks like gameplay will be resumed momentarily. So the situation is that it was a rule interpretation question, and that's what they were trying to sort out. So 1st and 10, Southern Prep. Wolf takes the snap, pressured, rolls right, looks, and we're going to dump it off for Cole, and Cole's got it out of bounds. Great job by Wolf rolling out right under pressure, making the throw across his body to Cole, and Cole able to snag it and get a first down. So ball will be spotted at the 44. It is a first down for the Fighting Rangers. Correction, the 45. It's that situation where there's two lines, but it's the 45 technically. Looks like the line on the left is the correct line. You'll also notice the white spots on the field. They had to add some sand to help fill in divot areas on this field. So it'll be 1st and 10, Southern Prep. Wolf in the pistol. Owens is the back. Man in motion is Peebles. Hand to Peebles. That's Martinez with the tackle. So let's walk through what happened on the play. You had Peebles in motion. He got the ball, gave it to Cole, and Cole swallowed up by Martinez. You just saw it there. I had to talk through it just for peace of mind. I won't be able to sleep tonight if I didn't exactly walk through what happened. So, big loss of yardage on the play. Looking at 8 yards lost on the play, trying the double reverse. All right, well, correction. It's just a single reverse. You have the jet sweep and then the reverse. So, 2nd down. Wolf will go to the shotgun by himself. And we're going to get a delay of game on Southern Prep. Or is it, I believe it's a delay of game. Might be a false start. Let's get the exact call.
For the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, if that flag comes from the back judge, it's a delay of game. He's responsible for keeping track of the time. There's also a play clock counter on the scoreboard. Wolf looks, ducks. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got space. Makes a man. Oh, he did not make a man miss. Hatfield with an excellent open field tackle at the 40. Wolf decided to tuck and run. Tried to make a move, and Hatfield was not having any of it. Brought down at the 40. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Great job by Wolf, though, Brennan, to adapt and just tuck it and go with it.
Absolutely. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks in this league that we've seen do that. And he's kind of reminiscent of a Josh Allen to me. Just able to throw that ball up, but smart enough to when he knows to tuck that ball in and take it for a run.
Very special situation for the teams that get to play on this field. It is a full-size 100 by 53. Wolf takes the snap, rolls left, throws across his body, couldn't get Owens. Owens not able to snag it. So it's 100 by 53 and a half. But on the scoreboard, I mentioned the play clock counter. That is so helpful. There you can see it right on the bottom left-hand corner, because in traditional games and 99% of your games, you're looking for the back judge to start counting down with his hand from 5. And now you can look up and see the clock. So now Southern Prep's going to break the huddle. 7 seconds. They got to hustle. They might not get it off. They're in a wildcat. Owens snap. Oh, they got it. Owens wildcat. He's going to make a man miss. He's to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Owens to pay dirt. Touchdown, Southern Prep.
And that's going to be a touchdown for the Fighting Rangers.
Fighting Rangers pull out the wildcat with Owens and Owens. Oh, Owens. They were showing a replay of the touchdown. Owens went for the chest bump, and Owens lost. Owens looked like he just took a rock bottom. What a run from Owens, though, coming from the wildcat. Getting the snap off with a second on the play clock. Again, that's why that play clock is so important. You can look and you can speed up the game instead of having to try to look over the line and see that back judge. Wolf is in the shotgun. Man in motion is Cole. Pitch to Cole, and he'll get dropped. Tennessee Heat absolutely smothering him. 2-point conversion is no good. 3:12 left in the first quarter. It's Southern Preparatory Prep Academy 12, Tennessee Heat 6. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II semifinal. Brought to you by Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and by Fairlife Core Power Protein. Work hard, recover harder. Oval set to kick it away again. Last time he kicked it, went for the onside. They're going to try it again. 5 guys lined up on the left-hand side, only 2 on the near side. Oval, onside. Heat miss it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Great onside kick, just a little too quick, though. A little too much speed on it. And it was touched. It was touched by, that's going to be Brown, Andrew Brown, 8th grader out there for the Tennessee Heat. So it'll bring up a 1st and 10. Tennessee Heat ball will be spotted at the 33, 34-yard line. Great first quarter, Brennan. These two teams absolutely laying it out on the line, coming out here while some people are still waking up on a Saturday morning and giving us a great first quarter of football.
Absolutely, and I know it's probably hard on the homeschool kids. You know, they're usually waking up on their own terms.
Give is to Luchtefeld, and he is dropped. And Brennan, hard for the homeschoolers. I see how it is.
I mean, you guys are usually used to waking up on your own accord and doing what you guys need to do, but obviously this Tennessee
I'm going to go rock on you. I'll wake up at 6 o'clock no, actually like 5:30. When I was at school, it was 6.
Well, it's
6:30.
different for you, James.
Well,
You're an
that's
adult
true.
now, and
That's
you
true.
have to work.
No, when I was in school.
Oh, okay.
We'd be up. Oh shoot, we'd be up 6:30.
Oh no, y'all are wild.
We were rolling.
Even we public school kids are still asleep.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, as long as you got 10 minutes to get to the bus.
Sometimes I cut it real close.
2nd and 15 after the loss on 1st down. Matthews looks. He's going to fire deep, looking for Hatfield. Tip ball incomplete. Great job on the coverage by Kilpatrick. It was intended for Hatfield. Both young men went up. Neither one could come down with it, but a great throw from Matthews, too. Sometimes, Brendan, you just got to put it up and let the guys battle for it.
Absolutely, and great battle on both sides. No defensive pass interference and no offensive pass interference. Guys just went up for it. It's trying to almost like a jump ball.
It really was. It really was. I want to give a special shout out to all 50 of you watching this game.
Hey.
Whether you're from Camp Hill, Mount Juliet, anywhere in between. A lot of people across the country getting a chance to watch maybe a grandson, a nephew. Throw is to Luchtefeld. Luchtefeld. Ball is out. Luchtefeld got it back, though. Luchtefeld got absolutely clobbered about the 33, lost control of the ball, but was able to come back and grab it.
Brings up a 4th and 10 for the Tennessee Heat.
So, again, a huge shout-out to all 50 of you watching. I'm actually kind of curious what, we, here in the South, we don't care about anything but the SEC. I'm kind of curious what SEC games are on right now. Might have to look it up. 4th and 10, and Luchtefeld's going to punt it away. Great punt. Ball's going to bounce to the 43. Oh, and it takes a Southern Prep bounce. We'll come to rest at the 45. Downed by the Heat. And that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for Southern Prep. We're going to step away. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament for Division II semifinal. It's brought to you by Kingdom.com. Ministry technology providers. I'm gonna need a water. I'm gonna need a water because this game is so intense. You can't just lackadaisically call a game like this. Man in motion is Peebles. Wolf looks, trying to escape, and he's going to get dropped. Luchtefeld got him. Wolf dropped back, was stepping up, trying to get away from the pressure. Luchtefeld did not give up on the play, came up from the backside, got the sack. Great job by the men they call Lucky. So no college football on right now. 11 o'clock, Mississippi State and Auburn. Who's actually going to watch that game?
You'd be surprised.
I guess
Looks like
I would
the
be
big game
surprised.
would be Oklahoma and Baylor.
I guess I would be surprised. Alabama playing New Mexico State.
Yeah.
Okay, who's actually going to watch that? Wolf in the shotgun, flanked on both sides. Takes the snap. Give. It's going to be a halfback pass. No, he's going to tuck it. People's going to tuck it. And he's going to get brought down to the 44. It was intended to be a halfback pass. He was looking for Owens. I want to give a special shout out to the grandparents of Leon Daigle, watching from Angola, Africa. Here at 8-Man Extreme, of course, 4 guys and a lady here broadcast the games, but collectively, we are Mr. Worldwide. That is going to wrap up the first quarter. What a heck of a first quarter. Your score, Southern Prep 12, Tennessee Heat 6. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. It's Division II semifinals presented by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers, Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and Fairlife Core Power Protein. Work hard, recover harder. A lot of folks able to catch this game over brunch, but we mentioned the folks from Angola, Africa. They're watching this with their dinner, 6 p.m. there, local time. So a huge shout out. Thank you for tuning in. Wolf looks, fires left for Peebles, got Peebles, and he'll immediately get dropped by Martinez. Great tackle by Martinez, great connection from Wolf to Peebles, and a good way for Southern Prep to open the second quarter.
Amazing how Martinez just sat there and waited for the ball to get to him. You know, usually a guy would try to run in front of the ball and try to at least pick it off or deflect it.
But you also have a fine line of where does it start getting interpreted as pass interference. So he does
that's
give
when
up
you, as a player, kind of just you have to figure out how to defend that.
That's very true. Martinez.
That's when coaching comes into play.
Martinez is a senior, and Peebles is a senior as well. So Wolf, give to Owens to the right side, looking for the. What a stiff arm! It's Derrick Henry 2.0. Owens toppled at the 32. There is a flag on the field. And it may be a face mask.
Incident on face mask against the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
So it's going to be a face mask on the Heat. So it was a good stiff arm for you folks from Tennessee. By the way, T's and P's to Derrick Henry. Hope for a quick recovery. But a great stiff arm from Owens there. I mean, that was textbook. He stood up and he sat him back down.
You know, I'm going to go a little old school for that. That kind of reminisced me of Sean Alexander.
Uh-oh.
Seattle Seahawks.
Give is to Taylor. Taylor down to the 28. I don't have a problem with the Sean Alexander reference other than the fact he played at Alabama.
I mean, hey, brother, everybody's going to play in a bad team, okay?
I mean, that's fair. But we all know the best thing to come out of Alabama is I-65. Timeout, Tennessee Heat. Ball spotted at the 27. We're going to step aside. 2nd and 8 for Southern Prep. Wolf, play fake, rolls left, dumps it off to Taylor. Taylor makes a man miss, and he's down to the 22. There is a flag back at the 36. And the big man, Kittrell, hyping his dude up. Maybe they're roommates.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
So Southern Prep marched back. Brennan, a lot of people look at a 12-6 game in the second quarter. There's one of two ways to look at it. Both teams are playing great, or both teams just really stink and it happens to be close. This one, I think both of them are playing great. Some great plays made between both sides on offense and defense.
Absolutely, but you also have to play in the penalties as well. It's been hurting both sides, but you are right. Both teams have been playing very, very great, defense and offensive-wise. More of a shocker on Tennessee Heat coming out playing hard against this Southern Prep team, as usually they come out shooting.
Well, they showed out well against Freedom Cowboys. Wolf give to Peebles, and Peebles, he'll finally get tackled at the 42. Able to break a tackle initially. I thought he might lose a cleat. And he got up to the 40, but brought down at the, well, they are going to mark it at the 38. They're going to give him the forward progress to the 38. And that was Hatfield with the tackle. 3rd and 17, big decision coming up here for Southern Prep. The holding call killed them, absolutely killed them. They got to have a big conversion here. Now they do have Owens wide right by himself, and he's on the line of scrimmage. Wolf in the shotgun, flanked by Taylor on his right. Wolf drops, looks, fires deep, intended for Mason, and Mason has got the catch at the 11. That's a first down, Fighting Rangers. A great job by Wolf, just laying the ball out there, and the senior giving it his all in his final year playing for the white and gold, blue and gold, white, blue, and gold. Great catch there by Mason, and a good tackle on the backside of the play. Just a reminder, coming up in about just under 9 minutes, you've got the Iceberg Heating, Plumbing, and Cooling halftime report. Myself, Brennan Daniel, will break down this first half, and I think we'll get a false start. Wolf breaking it down. He's got some moves.
For the snap. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
No, I know when a quarterback is usually that happy. He had a guy wide open. He saw it.
Yep. Wolf by himself. Looks right, comes back left. He's going to tuck and run. He's got some space, and Hatfield's going to bring him down at the 5. If the Tennessee Heat can do nothing else, they can open field tackle.
Absolutely, and they've been doing great at it. A lot of teams usually try to arm tackle, but not this team. They've been trained to tackle perfectly.
Just shy of the first down marker. It's going to be about 2nd and 2. 8:07, well, now 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Fighting Rangers lead the Heat 12-6. First ever matchup between these two. So pistol formation. Taylor is flanking Wolf. Give is to Owens. Owens tried to go up the middle, nothing doing. They had the extra blocker, the fullback, you might say, in Taylor to the left-hand side to try to open up some space, and it was not happening. So they will give him a yard. Oh, no, he back up to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for Southern Prep. They're trying to get hyped here. This is a must convert situation, Brennan.
Absolutely. If you don't convert on this, you keep Tennessee Heat in the game, and that's what you don't want, because this team can be a problem.
Coach Bell is going to take the timeout, as are we. Wolf fires. Got Owens in the corner. What a throw over the shoulder. Going old school, going with a radio call here. Trying to get, video's back up. Look at producer Spencer. Let's give a hand for producer Spencer. Usually on this end of the mic, but making it happen up in the booth. This is probably the first game. This is probably the first game in his career that he's been at and not called. Usually, if you have to hear this voice, it's because Spencer took the 9 off. This is a first in the history of 8-Man Extreme. But because of the situation, 4 games in 1 day, we're going to bring them all to you. Trying to save our voice, you'll notice Brennan speaking a little bit less. He's going to have to do color for 4 games today. He's trying to space it out. He can't talk as much as he would in 1 game. He's got to spread it out. Myself, I have resigned to not having a voice tonight. Oval set to kick it away. It is a squib this time, and it's grabbed. And he's headed to the left-hand side. I'm trying to get the number. That's going to be Levi. Stand by. Really? Hear me break the 4th wall down. There. If you hear me breaking down the 4th wall and talking, I'm not used to having a producer. Catches across the middle by Brown down to the 50-yard line, and it should bring up a Heat first down. And you had the kickoff return by Ashburn, another 8th grader for the Tennessee Heat. Tennessee Heat having to go young this year with as many injuries as they had just across the board. 3 seniors, Jonah Britton, Carter Sutton, and Wyatt Hill. All victims of the injury bug. When it hits, it takes no prisoners. And it has absolutely smacked the Tennessee Heat this season. Matthews in the shotgun. Man in motion is Aldrett. Matthews looks. He's going to get dropped by the big man. Leon Daigle. My apologies. I should not have messed up the big man's name. He absolutely dropped him like a bad habit. I love the celebration. Oh, that celebration's golden. That celebration is golden. I am so we're hitting. I mean, you got a replay of the sack, so it's not like you lost out. You lost out on the celebration, but you got to see a great play by the big guy. Love to see the big guy making plays. Absolutely love it. You have 2 big guys calling the game right now. Absolutely love it.
Absolutely.
And we're going to have a delay of game call against the Heat.
For the snap, delay a game. 5-yard replay, 2nd down.
Okay. That's wild. Official timeout. Water break, which is what they're doing in this tournament. So we're going to step aside. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. It's a Division II semifinal game, and it's brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider. First Horizon, all things financial. Crutcher's Auto Repair, trusted by Franklin since 1980. 2nd and 20 for the Tennessee Heat. Matthews in the shotgun. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews takes the snap, looks, rolls right. Flag is in the backfield. Matthews is going to get met at the 41. And I believe we'll get a holding. From all my time in the trenches, looks like we'll get a holding.
Gain of 2.
Holding, offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down. 85.
So due to a gain of only 2, Southern Prep has declined the penalty. Oh, goodness. Matthews in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks left. Oh, he's dropped! He is absolutely dropped by Davis Fugate, the junior. Coming up from defensive end. Didn't stand a chance, Brennan.
Absolutely. He looked like he was barely touched at all and just able to swallow up the quarterback. I'm waiting to see some techniques out of these kids. Apparently none of these guys are just able to get through.
So Luchtefeld set to punt it away. He'll get a great punt off. Owens will receive at the 37. Start right, make a man miss, and he won't make the second man miss. Jake Wogan, the freshman with the tackle. Now Wogan having a hard time getting up. There is a flag sitting at the 44-yard line. Wogan might have had Owens land on top of him, might have knocked the air out. I don't know. Don't like to speculate. Our producer, Spencer Tomsett, trying to fill up the booth with the amount of experts that we could bring in. Big shout out to all 45 of you watching the game from all over the place. .424 remaining here in the second quarter. We did get the scoreboard adjusted to reflect the 20-6 score. Wolf takes the snap, give to Cole, and Cole, show no quarter, dropped at the 20. Big stop for that defensive line. We mentioned Southern Prep's big boy, Deigel, number 77. The Heat have their own big guy. It's number 75, Hayden Sutton, the younger sophomore brother of Carter Sutton, the senior who was injured for the season back during the preseason jamboree. And also, there's another brother on the roster, and that's number 13, Wyatt Sutton. He is an 8th grader. Wolf is in the shotgun by himself, takes the snap, looks, fires. Oh, couldn't haul it in. Pass was intended for Hindenleiter. Just could not haul it in. And it'll bring up a third down, third down. Third and 14, to be specific. I don't know, it looks like 3rd and 13. 3:34 to go in the second quarter. Now, Southern Prep did start the game on offense. If I'm not mistaken. Wolf looking, hit, ball's out! Heat got it! They've got to sort the hit. Heat got it! What a play by this Tennessee Heat defense. 20-6. Southern Prep with a chance to really extend it. And the Tennessee Heat defense, they didn't close the door. They slammed the door, locked the knob, and threw the key away. Wolf hit by Martinez. Ball came out. And the Heat, great field possession. Ball spotted at the 17. 1st and 10. Matthews in the shotgun, flanked by Luchtefeld. Now he'll go in motion to the right. Matthews takes the snap. Looks, he's pressured, he's dropped. Taylor! Hindenleiter, number 29, correction. Hindenleiter with the big sack. Matthews never had a chance, and Brandon, that's 2 or 3 plays now that, especially from the defensive end position, earlier you had Fugate, and then now Hindenleiter able to come from those corners and just swallow Matthews up.
Absolutely. That's mainly on the offensive line, not able to get a hand on those boys. They're going to have to figure out how to adjust to that and able to block them out, where it's going to be a hard game.
Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews takes the snap, bootleg right, looking. He's going to fire deep for Martinez. Couldn't haul it in. Great throw by Matthews. Martinez laid out for it. Great effort. It's one of those heartbreaking situations where he's just not able to snag it. We talked about the offensive line. You look at that line for the Heat. It's Wogan, who's a freshman. Then you've got Sutton, who's a sophomore. And let's see who we've got at right guard. I'm trying to get the number. It's going to be 85. That is Dustin Danilaitis. He is a sophomore, so an extremely young offensive line for the Tennessee Heat. Matthews takes the snap, rolls right, throws across his body to Luchtefeld. Luchtefeld's got some blockers. He's going to decide to come back inside, though, to the right-hand side, down inside the 20. And it'll bring up a 4th down. Interesting decision there, Brendan, by Luchtefeld. The play designed to have blockers on the far side. If he had a cut back to the left sideline, he could have been gone.
Absolutely, but in the heat of the moment, you're not really thinking of that. You're just thinking of how you can make a play, but maybe while he's watching film, he'll figure that out, and this is seeing.
2:01 remaining in the first half. Tennessee Heat take a timeout, and we are as well. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II semifinal game. It's brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers, First Horizon, All Things Financial, and Crutcher's Auto Repair, trusted by Franklin since 1980. 4th and 10 for the Heat. Matthews is in the shotgun, flanked by Luchtefeld to the left. 2 men left, 1 man right. Now Luchtefeld in motion to the left. Matthews takes the snap. Pressured, throws the screen. He's got it to Hatfield. Hatfield is in! Touchdown! Tennessee Heat correction. It's Martinez on the screen pass. That offensive line did an excellent job, Brennan, of getting out there and blocking on that screen pass. Gave him a hole big enough to drive a Mack truck through.
Absolutely. Just the perfect screenplay ran by the offensive line. Just able to get out there quick enough and block every man out there in just a wide open range just to walk into that touchdown end zone.
And they are going to attempt the PAT with Luchtefeld, so they will move to the other end of the field. All the players hustling. What an answer by the Tennessee Heat. You get the strip sack by Martinez, and then he ends up punching the ball into the end zone on the the screen pass. I just talked about that offensive line, Brennan. You have a freshman and 2 sophomores, and the hole that they just opened up, that is so promising for the Tennessee Heat in the future.
Absolutely. Young guys getting those reps in early, and by their upperclassmen years, that offensive line is going to be something serious, and it's going to be tough for anybody to get through.
You talk about the future of the Tennessee Heat. Their middle school team, junior varsity team, 1 loss on the year to Providence Christian. Snap, set, kick, Luchtefeld, no good. Kick was blocked. Their middle school, 1 loss on the year to Providence Christian Academy up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They won their conference championship. So a solid season for the Tennessee Heat, but that future looking so bright for them. For Southern Prep, Brennan, had a 26 lead. Quick turn of events didn't go their way. Heat were able to build some momentum, and now with 1:53, they won't get the ball after halftime. Tennessee Heat get the ball after halftime. So right here, if you're Southern Prep, you want to answer, and you want to put it back to a 2-score game so that coming out of halftime, the Heat can't get the ball, tie the game, and it's a whole new ball game starting at zeros.
Absolutely. It's just you got to stick to your game plan. Nothing bad has gone wrong for them. It's just the penalties and that big turnover. That's all it is. So I'd say stick to your game plan, maybe confuse the defense a little bit now that they're getting some men on pressure on your quarterback.
And if you're the Heat, I don't even think you try to onside it here.
No,
I think you bomb it.
You bomb it, and you make sure they're back
and
to their goal line.
And Luchtefeld can bomb it. He can absolutely drop it into another area code. And they are going to go with the onside. You see 5 guys lined up on the right side. Shifting around a little bit. Luchtefeld is going to try to onside. A great kick, but it's covered by Mason. Great execution by the freshman for Southern Prep to fall on the ball and make it happen at the 49. Great field position for Southern Prep as well, only having to go half the field if they want to make it that 2-score game going into the second half.
Absolutely, and this may be a problem for Tennessee Heat, as usually when Southern Prep gets halfway, they turn that engine up, and they are ready to fuel up that offense, and usually they score right here.
1st and 10 for the Fighting Rangers. One of the more unique names we have, but of course, military prep school, very fitting. It's awesome. It's like getting to broadcast a Navy football game. Something to that effect. One of the Armed Forces academies. Wolf drops, fires to Owens at the 49, makes a man miss at the 45. He's going to get tackled at the 40, and it's enough for the first down. Wolf pressured, able to get the ball away to Owens. They're trying to get the ball spotted. They want to hurry. 1:40 to go. I believe Southern Prep has a timeout remaining. Clock is running, but they're not going to take it all the way down. Wolf in the shotgun, looks, tucks, steps up, looking. He's going to tuck it and run to the left sideline, trying to get out of bounds, and he gets out of bounds. He'll get brought down by Hatfield. Was not intentional, was not dirty. I don't think Hatfield knew where the sideline was, to be honest. But a great job by Wolf to take it out of bounds. Stop the clock at 1:17, and they've already got the ball down to the 24, Brennan.
Great awareness by Wolf just to get out of bounds. And I don't know if anybody else caught it, but he looked back at that clock just to see how much time was left. So he's very aware of what's going on. But for defensive-wise, that's tough to kind of just stop when you're going full speed and not try to tackle the quarterback when you know this is a big game.
1st and 10, Southern Prep. Wolf is in the shotgun by himself, 2-by-2. He'll take the snap, look right, fire right, looking for Cole. Cole has got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Rangers. What a throw from Wolf. And Cole high points the ball. Great execution, Brennan. You start at the 50, 3 plays and you're in, and you burn 30 seconds off the clock.
Like I said, Southern Prep, when they get this field advantage, they're just going to score. And that's exactly what they did. And credit to Wolf for being a big player in this drive.
It actually ties in with, you know, the kind of things you learn at a military academy is efficiency. That was an efficient drive. Extremely efficient drive. Wolf, give to Peebles. Peebles was looking, fires to Wolf. No, incomplete. It did hit the ground. Wolf gave to Peebles, so a handoff. Peebles was going to go right, came back left, saw Wolf open, tried to make the throw. Almost perfect execution. The throw was not on point, though. 1:10 to go in the second quarter. It's Southern Prep 26, Tennessee Heat 12. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II semifinal game, brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers. It's also brought to you by First Horizon, all things financial, and by Crutcher's Auto Repair, trusted by Franklin, Tennessee since 1980. We're going to jump right back in as Weaver gets set to kick it away. Oval has been kicking off. They're going to switch it up to Weaver. And now the pressure goes right back on the Tennessee Heat and this young offense. 1:10, down 2 scores. Can they get another one to go back to 1 score and get the ball coming out of halftime is the big question right now. Weaver's going to kick it deep. We're at a kickoff. Aldred is back to return. Starts left. Oh, what a hit. Absolutely. Jacob Taylor, 21, lays the wood to Aldred. Ball spotted at the 33. 1st and 10, Tennessee Heat. They've got a ways to go. There's no question about that, but they've been efficient. They were efficient on that last drive, defensively able to get the turnover and punch the ball in. This offense almost migrating and evolving in the middle of this game to become better and better. Matthews is in the shotgun, flanked by Luchtefeld on the left-hand side. Southern Prep is playing a deep safety. It's Wolf at the 48. Luchtefeld in motion to the left. Matthews takes the snap, throws, completes it, completed, and that's to Wogan. And he must have been an eligible receiver. So 2nd and 5, Matthews in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Under 40 to go in the first half. Fires deep to Martinez. Oh, Martinez couldn't haul it in. What a throw from Matthews. Right over the shoulder of Martinez. Tried to bring it in the breadbasket. Just could not bring the ball in. That young man, at some point, Brennan, he's got to get one of those. I'm not saying he's doing a bad game in the start. Some games you just can't get a hold of the ball.
Absolutely, but also credit to the defender, just able to jump up at the perfect time to give that little scare to Martinez of if the ball was blocked off or not.
Luchtefeld in motion. Matthews takes the snap. Protected. Fires. Luchtefeld to the 47. He'll get brought down. They will stop the clock. They'll stop the clock to set the chains. And now the clock will run. Matthews here is going to spike it. 21, well, they'll say 22 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 after the spike, but a great heads-up job by that Heat offense to get to the ball, spike it, and give themselves a chance to live another day. And a great throw by Matthews to Luchtefeld across the middle. Give a big shout-out to all 49 of you watching. As we learned earlier in the first half, from all around the world. So there you go. Matthews in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks, has time, fires deep, incomplete, overthrown, and Owens could have had the pick. And as dangerous as Owens is, could have been a pick 6, but incomplete. It'll now bring up 3rd and 10, 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Tennessee Heat, I would say, Brandon, I don't know about you, 2 shots here to get it in.
Absolutely. You have to at least get it close to the goal line where you can just punch it in. But we'll see
give yourself a chance at Hail Mary, because at this point you're not making a 55-yard throw. But if you can get completion to the 30, get up, spike the ball. Oh, no, you don't want to get up and spike the ball because it'll be 4th down. Come on, James. Get with it. Matthews in the shotgun by himself. Fire to Luchtefeld on the screen. Luchtefeld has space. Martinez with the block. Luchtefeld, he's going to get to the sidelines and get out of bounds at the 19-yard line. What a job by Luchtefeld. 5 seconds on the clock. The screen pass works to perfection. Luchtefeld made a man miss at the 25 and gets out of bounds at the 19. Perfect range to try a Hail Mary, and it is a 1st down, but this is your one play before you go into halftime. This is your shot to make it a 1-score game.
Absolutely. Shout out to Coach Shannon calling out that screenplay earlier, too. Able to get close enough to maybe get a little trickery play, maybe another screen pass play in.
Listen, if it works, you got to go back to it. Matthews is in the shotgun, and he's going to get a false start on the quarterback. Nope, it is going to be a timeout on Southern Prep. I saw Matthews move a little bit, heard a whistle, thought that might have been it, but Coach Roland Bell going to burn his final timeout, get his defense regrouped a little bit, and maybe prepare for what the Heat are about to throw at them. The Heat do get the ball after the second half, after halftime. So right here, again, reiterate, a chance to make it a 1-score game, get the ball after halftime, scores back at 0. Again, be sure to stay tuned at halftime. The Iceberg Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling halftime report. Myself, Brennan Daniel, will break down this first half, give you our thoughts on it, and get you ready for the second half of action. Brennan, this game has turned into an absolute, just awesome way to kick off this tournament.
Absolutely. And everybody's been pushing each other hard, and everybody's like turns up and ready to go. I'm loving the energy out here. This is what we expected out of this tournament.
This is how you want to end the season. A tournament like this, games like this. Matthews in the shotgun. He's flanked by Aldred. Matthews is going to take the snap. Looks. He's going to air it out for Martinez. Oh, Martinez couldn't get it. 2 defenders in the area. They batted the ball away. Great defense. And that will take us to halftime. Your score, Southern Prep Academy Fighting Rangers 26, Tennessee Heat 12. We're going to step aside for just a second, and we'll be back with the Iceberg Heating, Plumbing, and Cooling halftime report. We're here at halftime, the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. This is the Division II bracket semifinal, game 1. Here at halftime, Southern Prep Academy leads the Tennessee Heat 26-12. Welcome, well, again, the press stands. James Shannon, Brennan Daniels calling the game here. And Brennan, that was an awesome first half to kick off this tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, very, very great defense and offense all around. I mean, both teams are just shooting for the championship right now.
I know Southern Prep is up by 2 scores, but this is I don't know if it's a heavyweight bout, but these are 2 quick fighters just ducking around, getting shots in on each other. Southern Prep's got a couple more shots in, but nonetheless, Tennessee Heat have gotten shots of their own. Really, the matchup it's a great matchup.
Absolutely, but this is when we see Tennessee Heat usually fall. It's the second half, so I wonder if they can keep that momentum going. They've been doing a great job on both sides. I really hope to see them going full throttle this whole game.
The youth and lack of numbers may come into play here, whereas Southern Prep has a little bit of a deeper sideline. They have seniors, a lot of seniors starting on offense and defense, so it could come into play. We're going to step aside. 11 minutes remaining in halftime. We'll be back with the second half. Thank you for watching the Iceberg Heating, Plumbing, and Cooling halftime report. We are back with the second half of the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II semifinal. Game 1 between the Southern Prep Academy Fighting Rangers and the Tennessee Heat. Southern Prep coming out of Camp Hill, Alabama, just east of Birmingham. Tennessee Heat coming out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee, just east of Nashville. So two teams, first time meeting, score 26-12. And Weaver will kick it off. A chip shot to the 38. Martinez couldn't get it, and Southern Prep got it. And they did get it.
Kick was fumbled and recovered by number 2, Kevin Mason.
And so Southern Prep comes out swinging.
The Fighting Rangers will take over on the 40-yard
Mason
line.
with the recovery. 1st and 10, Fighting Rangers. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. They could make it a 3-score game. You'll see off to the right of the opposite bleachers that we're on. You'll see off to the right of the opposite bleachers that we're on. Talk about it in a second. Wolf tucks it, trying to get away, does get away, up to the 35, tackled by Aldrich, right in the middle of that pile of sand. Off to the right, Ezekiel Academy getting dressed and ready. At 1 o'clock, they take on the Freedom Cowboys, rematch of a game earlier on this season. I believe I see Freedom prepping over to the left-hand side. We're not going to be able to get a shot of that, but Freedom prepping over off to the left. Oh, Brennan with the clutch shot.
Oh, Derek Fisher out here, baby.
Uh-oh. Wolf in the pistol. Man in motion is Mason. Wolf, bootleg left. He's going to just tuck it and run, trying to get the edge. Does not. Luchtefeld forces him out of bounds. It'll bring up a 2nd and 3 for Southern Prep.
Brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Fighting Rangers.
Correction, 3rd and 3. Jerry Shannon Jr. on the field. Audrey Green working camera and video production. Spencer Thompson producing in the booth for the first time ever being at a game and not calling it. Wolf in the shotgun fires. Tried to get it to Owens and just a low pass. James Shannon, Brendan Daniel here on the call.
Brings up a 4th down.
We're excited to bring you this first-time matchup from Pete Edwards Field in Pensacola. Why did I go with Pensacola? Panama City Beach. Panama City, 2 hours west of here. Panama City Beach. Wolf, actually they're going Wildcat. Owens will take the snap. He's going to roll right, trying to get the edge. He does, makes a man miss. Makes another man miss, and Owens is in. Touchdown, Fighting Rangers. Owens makes 1, 2, 3 men miss, and he's in. It's a 3-score game. Southern Prep 26, Tennessee Heat 12. Correction, 32. I promise I can count. 10:33 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And I believe they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. In all technicality, let's do a callback. Southern Prep last year, of course, 4 teams came up here. We mentioned we got robbed of the matchup between these two. But going back to 2019, 5 teams here in Panama City. Wolf takes the snap, looks left, wants left, got Peebles. 2-point conversion is good for Southern Prep. Southern Prep Academy, that does make the score 34-12. Southern Prep Academy, 5 teams here in Panama City Beach in 2019. You had the Evangel Christian School Lightning, Ezel Harding Christian, Freedom Cowboys, Providence Athletic, the Pack Panthers, and Southern Prep. Southern Prep, in one day, had to beat the Freedom Cowboys, or correction, beat Pack, and then they beat the Cowboys to technically win the Division II championship. So in all technicality, they are the defending Division II champions. And unlike other situations, this Division II, it is based off records. But these are teams who have chosen to come play in this tournament and participate and play. Weaver set to kick it away. He will chip shot it. Bounce. Heat got it. Great job by Danilitis, the right guard, out there on the recovery team, able to snag it. Ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line. Heat break the huddle. Brennan, I would not mind getting this matchup every season.
Absolutely. These two teams have been doing great so far. They're fairly even, too.
Matthews takes the snap, looks, fires, got his man. That's Brown down to the 48. Great snag on the post route.
Looks to be a gain of 9.
Brendan, I'll mention it in a second. Matthews in the shotgun. Man in motion is Aldrich. Matthews takes the snap, fires again to Brown, intended to get it to the 8th grader, just could not snag it. Brendan, we gave a shout out earlier to someone in Africa. Let's give a shout out to someone in North Carolina. Aiden Luchtefeld's grandfather, watching the game from Emerald Island, North Carolina. There you go.
Shout out to you, buddy. We appreciate everybody watching.
And a big shout
worldwide.
out. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. A big shout out to all 44 of you watching. Matthews, fire to Luchtefeld. Great throw, great block. Luchtefeld to the sidelines and out of bounds. Great block by Hatfield on the wide receiver screen. One-on-one matchup. Got the angle he wanted. Luchtefeld able to get past the first down marker and move the chains for the Heat.
And making his grandfather proud, because I'm sure he heard you talk about it.
There you go. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Southern Prep leads Tennessee Heat 34-12. Clock is ticking. And it's almost a massive advantage as an offense heading towards this south end of the field. You can see the play clock. You can know where you're at in terms of potentially taking a delay of game. Matthews takes the snap. Looks, fires to Luchtefeld. Incomplete, intercepted! Wolf! It's quarterback on quarterback crime as Wolf snags it and then launches it back to the Heat sideline. Pass intended for Luchtefeld, could not snag it. Wolf was there on the coverage, grabs it, and a great job by the senior.
And he also didn't wait for the ball to come to the receiver. He took action, and he went to go get that interception.
Exactly. So Southern Prep now firmly in the driver's seat. And after a good long first half, I mean, right now we're sitting at 2 hours. That first half took a solid hour and a half. Wolf fires deep for Cole. Got his man at the 40. It's a foot race between him and Hatfield, and Cole is into the end zone. Great throw over the shoulder. Hatfield on the coverage. I'm sorry. That was Peebles. Peebles, great throw from Wolf over the shoulder, snagged it at the 40. Foot race down the sidelines. He's able to get in. Hatfield just couldn't do anything. Southern Prep going for the 2-point conversion. 9 minutes exactly remaining on the clock. Wolf is in the shotgun. It's actually a pistol formation. Taylor's behind him. He's flanked by, looks like Owens. Wolf takes the snap, give to Taylor, and he is swallowed up. 2-point conversion is no good. Your score in the third quarter, Southern Prep 40, Tennessee Heat 12. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II semifinal presented by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider. Crumble Cookies. Enjoy to every last crumb, and Iceberg Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling services for every season. Weaver set to kick it away. Great kick. Great leg, and it's going to be grabbed by Martinez. Martinez starting right, tries to get the edge. He does get it. Down the sidelines, he's with speed. He's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 35. Forced out of bounds by Dixon. Martinez grabbed the kickoff, came across the field to the sidelines, tried to just tie rope it, and could not get it. Great job forcing him out of bounds. The speed of Martinez, though, so dangerous. He will break the huddle. Ball spotted at the 31. 1st and 10. Down by 26 at this point. Matthews takes the snap, looks, fires deep for Hatfield, incomplete.
Intended receiver number 84, DeAndre Hatfield.
Play call coming in from Ryan Scott, head coach as well as offensive coordinator. Man in motion is Aldrett. Matthews takes the snap, fires to Martinez. Martinez trying to make a man miss, makes a miss, and still brought down, just slowed them down on the play. Mentioned Ryan Scott, head coach, offensive coordinator, and technically defensive coordinator. Comes into today's game with a 23-30 overall record. And I believe this is his 4th season, maybe 5th with the Heat. Matthews takes the snap, looks, not a lot of time, but it's a screen to Aldred, incomplete, over his head, just couldn't see it. Pressure came in, and a flag on the far side.
Flag on the field.
We'll wait to see what the call is. Tennessee Heat, 6 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second, but nothing since about midway. Well, no, they did score that touchdown after the turnover with just under 2 minutes left, but a 3-play, 50-yard drive by Southern Prep has sparked just a squash match basically here in the last really only 6 minutes or so. Referee trying to clarify with Coach Bell how he decides. Well, he's over there talking to Coach Bell. Not sure what it's about. Having a powwow on the far side. Looks like the line judge and the referee with Coach Bell. Now Wolf and Owens have gone to the sidelines. Looks like they're talking to one of the coaches. And now we'll get a call.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Ineligible receiver downfield. That penalty is declined. We also have pass interference against the offense. That penalty is declined. Playing 4th down.
So on a screen pass, you do have the potential for the ineligible receiver downfield, but unfortunately that's coupled with offensive pass interference. So 1 declined, and it's 4th and 8 for the Heat. Matthews looking, fires deep for Luchtefeld. Oh, he didn't get it. He stopped running, looked back, and it kind of slowed his momentum. The timing, I almost think that timing would have been right, just could not get that connection, and it'll be a turnover on downs for the Tennessee Heat. 7:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Fighting Rangers lead the Heat 38-12. Now, Brendan, the 2 teams playing here in this game will closely be watching that 7 o'clock game between Westminster Christian out of Lafayette, Louisiana, and the Evangel Christian School Blue Lightning, technically the B team. They decided to bring 2 teams to the tournament. They'll be watching that 7 o'clock game very intently, and you already know both of those teams are watching this game very closely as well.
Absolutely. They're taking notes. They're jotting down who they need to cover most or pay attention to. And I'm sure offensively they're figuring out how to get this defense off their feet.
Wolf makes a man miss. He's going to tuck and run, looking for the left corner. Got it. Calling out his blocks down to the 47 and across the 45, and we do get a flag. I believe it will be a block in the back. You had, I believe, Martinez coming in for the tackle on Wolf. Owens was behind him, tried to make a path for his quarterback. It's an easy mistake to make. It's a simple mistake to correct, and you have to avoid it at all costs.
Absolutely. You just got to make up the yards from here. And as we've seen this Southern
During the
Prep
play,
team
block in the back. 10-yard penalty. Still results in a 1st down, though.
as I was saying, we've seen what the Southern Prep team can do and get those yards back, so it won't be no problem for them.
Man in motion, play fake. Wolf keeps it, trying to bounce around to the left side. Oh, he is absolutely met. Aiden Luchtefeld knocked the taste out of Wolf's mouth. Just such a solid hit. Luchtefeld, again, making plays, and he's going into his senior year next year. If you're a team playing the Tennessee Heat next year, that is the guy that you are highlighting, circling, underlining, anything else you need to do to make sure you know what number 7's doing in that game.
And again, he's coming from the backfield. He's the safety coming in making those tackles.
Pistol formation. Owens is behind Wolf. Man in motion is Peebles, and a lot of miscommunication. I believe it'll be offsides. And it will be on Southern Prep.
For the snap, false start. Offense, 5-yard penalty, replay second down.
So it'll move the ball back to the 35-yard line. It'll be first and about 14 for the Fighting Rangers. Man in motion is Peebles. Wolf fires to Peebles on the right-hand side. One-on-one with Hatfield. He beats Hatfield, but Martinez and Luchtefeld are there. Down the field at the 50, there's a flag. You had Hobgood and Mason one-on-one. Let's see what they make the call.
Holding, offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
So ball will be moved back to the, let's see where they spot it. The 29. It'll be second and about 20. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Southern Prep leads the Tennessee Heat 38 to 12, correction. Pistol formation. It's Wolf at quarterback. Owens behind him. Man in motion is Mason. Wolf looks pressured. He's trying to move in the pocket. Luchtefeld drops him. Luchtefeld's third sack of the day. And that'll bring up a third and about a loss of 1 or 2 on the play. Wolf was doing a good job moving around in the pocket, but it'll bring up a 3rd and 22 for Southern Prep. Wolf takes the snap, fires. Oh, intended for Owens, just over his head. Tried to quick snap it. And pass is incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th and 20. $5:12 remaining in the third quarter. Long snap, Wolf with the quick kick. Great punt. What a kick. Ball will bounce at the 43, down to the 38. Oh, you got to let it go. If you're Owens, you have to let that ball keep rolling. It was in your favor, but he does down at the 38, and it'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Tennessee Heat. Brennan, game got a little out of hand, a little out of control for the Heat. The good news is you still have 17 minutes.
Absolutely. This is where you score and kind of manage that momentum at the moment. Because right now it's all Southern Prep. But if you're able to score right here, you get the momentum shift a little bit over to your side.
Matthews has actually had a great game. He had the interception there before that drive. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews fires, got Hatfield down at the 48, and that'll bring up a 1st down, Tennessee Heat. Great throw from Luke Matthews.
Good enough for a Heat 1st down.
And that's Owens and Kilpatrick on the tackle. Ball spot at the 48. Matthews getting the play call from Coach Scott. Very animated on the play calls, might I add. And Coach Jeremy Corley also assisting on getting the play calls out. I believe that's Coach Corley. Man in motion is Hatfield. Give to Hatfield on the jet sweep. Cuts it back up inside. Has space. He's broke tackles. He's gone down inside the 25. I was preparing to make the call that he was tackled at the 30, and then he broke the tackle, and then he gets up limping. What a run from the senior. Giving it his all today, and they're going to take a look at him. And that was Cole with the tackle. Matthews in the shotgun. Heat are driving. Man in motion. That's Luchtefeld. Matthews takes the snap. Play fake. Matthews sneaks up between guard and center. Gets up to the 18-yard line. That'll bring up second down. Tackle made by Fugit. Want to give a shout out to everyone watching, whether you're in North Carolina, Africa, Mount Juliet, Camp Hill, all around, even folks that you have no vested interest in this game. You just want to watch a fantastic football game, because that's what you're getting right now. Give us to Luchtefeld to the right side. Solid gain, down to about the 16. Want to give a special shout out to all 49 of you watching. We hope you'll stay tuned for the second game today here at 1 o'clock. Ezekiel Academy, Freedom Cowboys. We'll be here for all 4 games today, starting here at 10 o'clock, going all the way to the 7 o'clock game. Matthews in shotgun. He'll take the snap. Looks, fires right. Oda Martinez just could not grasp it. The young man, not his day, Brennan.
Absolutely not. He's been struggling to keep the ball in his hands on that one. That was all you. You just had to grab it and hold it in and make one guy miss, and that's a touchdown.
He is traditionally sure-handed. Sure-handed.
Can I get a definition for that?
Definition of sure-handed?
Sure-handed? Yeah.
Really? Somebody didn't grow up having to read Webster's dictionary. Matthews in trouble, dropped by Fugit, and Deigel there to clean it up. Matthews struggling getting back up on his feet. He took a lick there. Something you'll notice about, Southern Prep, looking at where they're coming from again, I'm mentioning it again, military prep school. The conditioning, the preparedness is second to none. They are on top of it. The schedule, the regimented routine that they're on, it correlates so well to the game of football. I know they have other sports, basketball, baseball, soccer. The game of football and military, it's the meme of them like shaking hands. You know which one I'm talking about?
No.
No? There's a meme that I'm that's what I'm trying to go with. You got to go with it. Hand off to Owens. Owens made a man miss. Did not make Luchtefeld miss. There will be a snowball fight in Hades the day Aiden Luchtefeld does not get in on the play, make the tackle, and gets beat. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, 38-12. Wolf in the shotgun. He's flanked. I believe that's Mason. Yep. Wolf scrambles. He's going to get dropped. And that's Hayden Sutton, the sophomore. There is a flag back at the 34-yard line.
Definitely holding. Number 2 definitely got the defense
Holding.
player low line.
Offense. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
Offense will take the holding call. Ryan Scott will accept the penalty because the sack was only going to lose them 2 or 3 yards. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Again, as you can see, off past where the play is, Ezekiel Academy warming up in the corner. Freedom Cowboys sitting patiently, waiting. Wolf fires deep. He got Cole at the 47. Cole is gone. There's no one going to catch him. Nothing but green grass, and a flag comes in. The frustration by Levi Ashburn, the 8th grader, I believe it's now caught up to him. He was trying to chase down Cole, and who knows, the penalty might be on Cole, but Cole might have said something or done something.
We never know with plays like this. I mean, the guy's showing out just a tad bit, not enough to throw the flag, but we'll see what the refs have to say about it.
What a throw by the by Ethan Wolf. And all game long, has just I'm sorry, Owen Wolf, correction, Owen Wolf has absolutely had the ball on a rope today.
Touchdown is good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Be taken on the kickoff.
So they are going to say that maybe something was said or done or motioned by maybe Cole. There was an unsportsmanlike, literally as he crossed the goal line. So Ashburn, the penalty not on him, did his best to try to track him down there. But Cole, great catch, running it in. Hey, listen, teenagers and young men will be teenagers and young men.
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm him, I'm doing exactly what he's doing as well. I mean, this is a big game. This is a huge moment for him. Why not do a little celebration?
It's an emotional game. I hate when people try to take the emotion out of football. Absolutely hate it.
Ball start. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
So to move the ball back to the 7-yard line. Score now sits at 44-12. Brennan, this game a very, very accurate representation of the Tennessee Heat season so far. They are fighters. They do not quit. They just haven't gotten all the breaks. Sometimes they can't make the play. And it really comes back to the amount of youth they have. Wolf fires across the middle, can't get it to Peebles, incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. The amount of youth they have, it reflects, this game, like I said, reflects their season. It's not a bad thing. It just shows that, hey, the future could be extremely bright.
Oh, the future is really bright as these guys are getting. This type of experience is a different experience from the regular season. This experience, you have a whole bunch of teams watching you, a whole bunch of parents and all, and this is really for a big championship, even in Division II. I'm sure they take it highly.
Weaver set to kick it away from the 25. Of course, the unsportsmanlike penalty on the touchdown enforced here on the kickoff, so usually it would be at the 35 instead the 25. Weaver, good kick, fielded just shy of the 50 by Martinez, and he is slung down, and there will be a flag. I believe it will be for a horse collar tackle. And it should move the ball up to the 38-yard line. So 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. 44-12, Southern Prep leads the Tennessee Heat. We are 3 points shy of the mercy rule. And
Personal foul. Face mask.
so they will call a face mask on Southern Prep instead. And instead of ball being spotted at the 38, they will spot it at the 33. So a 15-yard penalty. Matthews in the shotgun. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews takes the snap, rolls right, has time, has space, running out of it, fires, intercepted! Intercepted by Kilpatrick. Officials saying he got it. Matthews had time, he had space on the bootleg, and quickly ran out of that time and space. Made a throw that maybe he would like to have back, and they are going to say he caught it. And Matthews, no, that's Brown. He's okay. So another turnover. That's the second interception on the day for Luke Matthews. But Brennan, I go back to he's only a sophomore. We've seen the throws he can make. We've seen the plays he can make with his legs. He's still got 2 more years at the quarterback position for the Tennessee Heat.
Absolutely, and these are the type of mistakes you want him to make now. For the young guy
100%.
to learn and just evaluate and do better next season. And
Wolf pitch to Mason. Mason to the right side, has some space, makes Martinez miss, and he'll get brought down just over the 45. Probably gets spun at the 46. Great run by Mason. Kevin Mason, the freshman. Brennan, we mentioned the youth for the Tennessee Heat. Southern Prep has quite a bit of youth of their own. And that's just a reflection on the job that Coach Roland Bell has been able to do. This is his 4th season there at Southern Prep. Overall record of, I believe, 18-19. And, you know, they come into this game with, I believe I said 7-3. I think it's 8-3 actually. Trying to verify. I know I said 7-3. So it is 7-3. Okay. So it is 7-3. But a great job by Coach Roland Bell of not only building the program, because they were 11-man, they went to 8-man as Lyman Ward Military Academy, still had almost no success. And then Coach Bell came in, kind of revitalized the program, built it up, and he's got these guys playing at a level where, I mean, in all technicality, it looks like they're going to defend their Division II championship. And we'll find out their opponent at 7 o'clock tonight. You won't want to miss that game. Wolf is in the shotgun, flanked by Owens on the right. Wolf looks, pressured, rolling left, throws across his body. He's got Cole. Cole on the sidelines, makes Martinez miss, and Cole is gone. Luchtefeld's chasing him down. He got him! He got him before the goal line. Aiden Luchtefeld said, "Not on my watch, sir."
And that was completely lazy by number 8. Just thinking he has a touchdown, no one's going to get him, but Luchtefeld does not give up. Coaches got to teach these kids, go until you get into the end zone. Don't give up for anything.
And honestly, Southern Prep is so lucky in that situation that Cole didn't just drop the ball too early. The way he was just easing into the end zone, that could have been disastrous.
All it takes for Luchtefeld is do a little peanut punch, and that ball flies out.
Clock is moving, as that was a run play inbounds. Pistol, give to Taylor. Oh, good hit by Martinez. Taylor is in. Touchdown. Southern Prep. I go back. Aiden Luchtefeld chasing that man down. You can't draw it up better than that. You really can't. I want to call back 2019, a legendary roster, but I want to look back at some of the young men, seniors this year, who were on that 2019 team. Evan Cole. You're going to know these names. Evan Cole, Owen Wolf. Extra point, no good. Oh, they're going to call it good.
Extra point is good by number 41.
So Evan Cole, Evan Cole, Owen Wolf, and the mercy rule has enacted. Garrett Peebles. Trying to verify, so it's 3. And that is it. So Garrett Peebles, Evan Cole, and Owen Wolf. And that is the end of the third quarter, rather. Your score, Southern Prep 51, Tennessee Heat 12. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II semifinal game presented by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers. It's also presented by Crumble Cookie. Enjoy to every last crumb. And Iceberg Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling services for every season.
James, what do we do about that?
And it looks like Oval will kick off. So fourth quarter to go here. Of course, the mercy rule is enacted. Clock is running. Great kick from Oval, deep. It'll be fielded by Aldred. Took his time grabbing it. Ball's out! Ball's out! And let's see. That's going to be Kilpatrick coming up with a ball. Aldred did not jump on the ball to return it. Kind of took his time getting back up. Ball got popped out, free for the taking, and Kilpatrick able to come up with it. So clock is running for the mercy roll, and now that Southern Prep has the ball, I mean, you're literally just trying to get to the next game. Thankfully, it does not look like there have been any serious injuries in this game, Brennan. And honestly, that's a great thing for both these teams, because even though the Tennessee Heat have lost, you still want to get to that next game on Monday, and finish out your season strong without having to take anybody else back to Tennessee injured. You already had to bring some injured guys down. You don't want to take any more back than you came with.
Absolutely. You want to really go into a healthy season next year, and hopefully everybody will be fine by the end of the season.
Ball is given to 7. That's Peebles. And Peebles gets down to the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Fighting Rangers. Clock now just over 10 minutes. It is running due to the mercy rule. Southern Prep Academy 51, Tennessee Heat 12. We hope you'll stay tuned with us after this game. We will briefly step aside to reset and recalibrate for the next game at 1 o'clock. Freedom Cowboys, Ezekiel Academy Knights. They matched up earlier on this season. And it was a close one. Big win by the Freedom Cowboys. They did get a solid win. But a lot has happened between those two teams. Give to Cole. Cole down to the inside the 15, down to the 14. Correction, that was Matt Cooper, the senior, on the carry. Not getting much field time, but one of these seniors on the team, and they want to definitely get him some playing time. Next to last football game that a guy, we talk about the Ethan Wolf and all the other seniors, or Owen Wolf, I'm sorry. I keep seeing Ethan Wolf, Owen Wolf. But guys here like Matt Cooper, you mentioned some of the other seniors. Andrew Pettigrew, Jacob Taylor, number 21, is a senior. Gabe Weaver, Boone Pierce, both seniors. Luke Cottrell. Okay, so Luke Cottrell was also on that 2019 team that won the Division II championship. So technically they're defending this year, especially since they didn't have a Division II last season. So they got to hold the belt for a year. Earlier on this year, we mentioned the game coming up here at 1 o'clock. Freedom Cowboys, Ezekiel Academy. They met earlier this year. Freedom Cowboys won 32-7. So a solid win by the Cowboys, but that was way early in the season. That was, I believe, August? No, September 3rd. So almost just over 2 months ago these teams met. A lot has changed for both these teams, Brendan. And at 1 o'clock, we're going to see a good one between the Cowboys and the Knights.
Absolutely. Another factor you got to place in, it was early in the season, so maybe Ezekiel Academy probably didn't have anything quite together as a team as they would usually.
Give to number 6, that's Cole. Just kind of giving different guys a chance to carry the ball. Yeah, I mentioned the matchup earlier on in the year, a whole lot has changed. And we mentioned a lot has changed for Ezekiel, hoping that maybe they'll put up more of a fight against Freedom. Freedom, they're a different team too. They're a team that the only downside of them being a different team, this is Mason at quarterback now, the freshman, so maybe he's the future at the quarterback position. Tries the left side. He is dropped by Dustin Danilitis. Great open field tackle by the defensive end.
Dustin Danilitis.
So we talk about the matchup. Freedom, they have changed, but the last couple games we did, again, one against the Heat, one against Carolina Wildcats. They started out slow. The game was close, and then they're able to pull away. But you play a team, that was, a team like the Wildcats and the Heat where they could afford to do that. Deep throw, just over the head of Jalen Dixon. Pass from Mason there, and it'll bring up a 4th down. But, Brandon, those two teams, you can afford to do that. You play someone like Ezekiel, and the way that they've morphed over the season, you start out slow and it's a close game. You get to that 4th quarter, Freedom may not be able to pull away.
Absolutely. As you see, the size-wise, I don't know if you guys are looking over there at Ezekiel Academy. Those are some big fellas.
Yeah.
And defensive-wise, they turned it up since they played the Freedom Cowboys. So please believe they're probably going to get it together and get this Freedom Cowboys a little run for their money.
So like we mentioned, this game should wrap up here at right at 12:45. We will step away for a few moments. Luke Matthews in the shotgun. Heat will go on offense. Matthews looking, fires, incomplete. Pass intended for Hobgood.
Pass incomplete.
So, Brennan, whole lot of players that have absolutely showed out this afternoon, or really morning and afternoon. Who do you nominate for player of the game? Who would your pick be?
Well, I want to give a quick little shout-out to the defensive line for Southern Prep. They played a big part in this defense in keeping them
100%.
only 12 points on the board. But overall, my player of the game is, of course, the quarterback of Southern Prep, Owen Wilson, has been just straight
Owen Wolf.
throwing down.
Owen
Oh,
Wolf.
sorry, Owen Wolf. I don't know why I was thinking Wilson. I'm thinking of Loki maybe.
Wow. Wow.
But no,
Wow.
Owen Wolf has been just diming it out here and running, and has been a big key to why this offense has been working for the Southern Prep all year, honestly.
And look how dangerous this Southern Prep team is without Ernest Moore, who was an absolute stud earlier this season when we covered their game against Calhoun County.
For the snap, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
I know the Tennessee Heat have tried in this game. Imagine how much worse this game would have been with Ernest Moore in it.
Oh, it would have been very competitive. But then again,
I don't think it would have been competitive at all. I think it's Southern Prep just absolutely from the beginning steamrolling, and the Heat don't even have a chance. Fires from throw from Matthews. He fires intended for Hobgood, incomplete. But the clock will continue to run due to the 39-point lead by Southern Prep. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Again, Ezekiel Academy warming up in the far right corner. You look off to the left. Freedom Cowboys, very relaxed, very cool, calm, collected. Finishing the season at, I believe, 8-1 or 9-1. The one loss coming to Evangel Christian. They would love to get another shot at them, but they have to go through Ezekiel, who they did beat earlier this season. Matthews loads up, fires deep, intended for Hatfield, incomplete, almost intercepted by Kilpatrick. It was in his hands.
Intended receiver number 84.
You hate that for the young man, the junior.
And the Rangers will take over.
So 4.5 minutes remaining. It is a turnover on downs. And the class act that Coach Roland Bell is here in his 4th season, 18-19 is his overall record. The class act and the way that Coach Roland Bell is, you got to know, he's not trying to score here. He might honestly just take a knee 4 times in a row just to run the clock out.
Absolutely.
Or just a small handoff, just to keep the play clock rolling, keep the clock rolling.
Especially times like this, it's kind of like the basketball games you see where it comes down, the clock is running down to the final minutes. You don't want to put any disrespect to the players that they've been playing hard and everything, and just want to run the clock out and just go on to the next day.
Mason, play fake, rolls left, dropped by Luchtefeld. It won't technically count as a sack because it was at the line of scrimmage. Aiden Luchtefeld, though. You've got to think he's going to the All-American game in Gatlinburg. You've got to think that young man, the way he has played really over the course of the season, but just today. I looked at it the other day, 120, I believe it was 120 tackles on the season, maybe 150, one of those two numbers. Just so incredible. Mason is in the pistol, keeps, he's going to throw it. Wow, incomplete. The clock will continue to run. Very surprised on that call, Brandon.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not going to stop the clock, obviously.
Well, I think Coach Bell is now giving his young guys prep for offense, getting all the young guys ready for next year. Or Monday, I'm sorry. Yes, Monday.
Well, it is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, it's a fine line because yes, you want to go ahead and end the game. You want to be graceful to your opponents. At the same time, you still got to give your young guys a chance to get in when you can. Because if Owen Wolf goes down against Westminster Christian or Evangel Blue Lightning, Mason's going to have to step in there and make those throws. You've got to give him some reps. They're going to give it to Taylor up the middle. Good hard run across the 20 down to the 17. It'll bring up a third down for the Fighting Rangers. We are now at 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. So the game will be over at 12:40. We will step aside for about 10 minutes. We will end this broadcast. The next one will start at 12:45. And you'll see a 5-minute countdown when you go to switch over to the stream. We have a few things we need to change over to get ready for the second game. Mason fires. Intercepted Martinez. Or correction, Hatfield. Interception for Hatfield. There is a flag down. Hatfield went up and got the ball. We do have a flag.
Illegal formation against the offense. That penalty is declined. First down.
Illegal formation, penalty declined. Just over a minute to go. The Heat need to run one more play to go ahead and run this clock out. They'll break the huddle one final time in this matchup between the Southern Preparatory Academy Fighting Rangers and the Tennessee Heat. Luke Matthews, the sophomore, takes the snap. He'll look. Quick fire to Luchtefeld across the middle. Oh, Luchtefeld is drilled by Kilpatrick, and that should do it for the ball game. Oh, they're going to run another play. They're not going to quit. They're not going to stop. They want to keep going. They're going to try to run one more play. They're going to send Martinez and Hatfield out wide left. Matthews in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, play fake. He's going to look deep for Hatfield. He got it on the sidelines. What a catch by the young man. First down, Heat. It's the last play of the ball game. It has no consequence on the result, but what a job for the young man, Keandre Hatfield, the senior. What a fight, what a catch, what a throw from Matthews. That'll do it for the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament, Division II semifinal, Game 1, Southern Preparatory Academy Fighting Rangers 51, Tennessee Heat 12. Be sure to come back and stay tuned. We're going to stay live here for a second because what's going on the field is so awesome, seeing the Fighting Rangers salute the Heat. We want you to see this. It's an awesome tradition and show of respect to the opponent that the Fighting Rangers face every time on the football field. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back momentarily with the Freedom Cowboys Ezekiel Academy Knights right here on the Kingdom.com Game of the Week.